On this episode of System Integrators Weekly, we're doing the same thing as last week, except this time, we're going Intel. We're building the same system at iBUYPOWER, CyberPowerPC, AVADirect, and newcomers to the game, MetaPC. It's another System Showdown on this episode of System Integrators Weekly. Let's go, nerds! This episode of System Integrators Weekly is sponsored by CDKdeals. CDKdeals is an online marketplace that specializes in discounted, genuine Microsoft licenses and game keys for several different platforms. My viewers can get an additional 25% off with the discount code BRAY25. Let's get a Windows key. We'll opt for Windows 10 Pro for the enhanced security features. CDKdeals offers an OEM license for a fraction of the price of a retail key. The difference with an OEM key is that you can only use it on one system. But that should be all you need. You will need to make sure you either have Windows 10 Pro already installed or you perform a fresh installation, since OEM keys cannot be used to upgrade from Windows 10 Home if that's what you have installed currently. Here I entered BRAY25 to get 25% off. You can also click where it says Use Activity Discount for a small additional discount. Now our key for Windows 10 Pro is only $15.43. Pay with your method of choice, and once the payment goes through, click View Keys/Codes. Click Get the Key and copy it. Then just go to your Windows search, type in ACT, there it is. Click Activation Settings. My Windows install was already activated, so I'll be replacing that key, but yours should just say Activate Windows. Paste in the key, click Next, and activate, and you're done. Thank you, CDKdeals, for continuing to support the channel. Hello everyone, I'm Brayathorn. Welcome to System Integrators Weekly, where we're celebrating 1 year of being a channel. And 6 months of being good at it. And for those of you who were at the birthday stream on Saturday, thanks a ton. Actually, I'm recording this before that, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume it was awesome, right? Yes. And for those of you who missed it, don't worry about it. No problem. You can just, we'll just do a countdown till next year. Cuddles, put a countdown on the screen there. It's 365 days down to 364 days. Okay, a little bit of a wait, but it'll be worth it, I'm sure. Anyway, of course, this means that the giveaway is over. Now, I don't know necessarily who won the giveaway yet, because hey, this is filmed before the stream, because I'm gonna be streaming, can't be filming the episode. So, congratulations to these people right here, 5 of you. Now, that means you have a week to reach out to me, and let's get this set up to where I can help you one-on-one via Discord call for up to an hour of custom PC customizing goodness. It's gonna be awesome. For those of you who did not get to get that free consultation, stay tuned, because I'm gonna have something to tell you about that a little bit later. Now you might be thinking to yourself, boy, that guy, his head is really shiny, but it's not that thought. That thought is fine and it's normal and true. But the other thought, the one where you're thinking, boy, that guy really is stylish. Like, whoa, there's something about what he's wearing just brings out his eyes and also his nerdiness. Yes, that's right. 1 year anniversary of the channel, we got merch. This t-shirt design was made by my lovely girlfriend Ari, and she makes all the logo stuff. And we went ahead and made a shirt with our little slogan on it. And by the way, the B, you know what its name is? Of course, it's RGB. Of course. So, this is a tester. This is sort of a proof of concept, and it's printed in print vinyl, which is not great for good color saturation. I just wanted to see what the design would look like, and there's gonna be other colors, not just white. So, check the link in the description below if you wanna represent this channel, especially, if you, I guess, like the design. That is an important aspect. We're gonna have more stuff coming out. This is just the start of it, but yeah, you wanna rep the channel, the place where maybe you learned some stuff about computers, maybe you got a little hype about PC gaming and found the computer that you want, and you wanna share that with other people. Share it with the world. Link in the description. Go check it out. It helps support the channel quite a bit, and I appreciate you guys. Anyway, let's move right on and let's get into the disclaimers, because around here we like to have a good time. First off, this was recorded on September 11th, 2021. Actually, not September 12th, like I would normally do it, which is a Sunday. We're doing it the day before because I am going to be doing the big birthday stream instead. So all of the pricing and availability that you see here is for that date right now while I'm recording this. Okay, so if that changes, which it will, availability changes very quickly, don't worry, we're looking at the same system at several different websites. They won't run out of the stuff on every one of those websites, so don't you worry. Next, a lot of this is based on my opinion. I will be looking at facts, things are available right here, but I will be talking about my opinions on those facts, okay? Now, you're free to disagree with the things I say. That's how humans work, and if you want to do so politely in the comments below. Or you can do so in the Discord, which is linked in the description below, and we have a tech questions and tech discussion channel just for that. Don't go in the Discord and post your tech questions in the general chat. That's for general chat and chatting generally. Go to the Tech Questions channel and hit @techie. Go ahead and add an @techie to the beginning of your question so that the techies know that they have been asked a question. Another disclaimer here that basically buying stuff can be great. It can also not be great, and I'll tell you right now, that can be with any one of these system integrators. As far as I can tell, none of them are actually worse than any of the other ones, and any of them can have an issue because these are sensitive electronics being shipped through shipping companies. Reliable as they are, there can be issues. So you do buy at your own risk, but you do have warranties that come with these, and your shipping is usually covered, and they'll help you out if anything does occur. So let's break down what we're doing in this episode. Last week, we did a 5600X and 3060 Ti combo where we took a similar build to 4 different system integrators and saw who would give the best deal with the best customization with those specifications. We're doing the same thing this time, but this time we're doing it with Intel. Last Thursday when I did the stream, I saw that there were some really good deals on Intel processors. Plus, I've had a few people in the comments mention that there's Intel deals right now, and that's what's going on. So with that in mind, we're going to go with an 11th gen Intel processor, and we're going to pick the best one. No, it's not the 11900K. It is the 11600K or 11600KF. What do those letters mean? Well, if you see a K at the end of a bunch of numbers for an Intel processor, that means it is unlocked and overclockable, okay? If you're getting one of those, make sure that the motherboard starts with a Z, Z590, okay? Now, the F that you'll see sometimes means it doesn't have integrated graphics, but that's okay because you're gonna be getting a GPU with these, and it's gonna still be the 3060 Ti because the 11600K is comparable in performance to the 5600X. The 11th gen Intel processors weren't exactly, hot right out of the gates. Well, actually, they do run hot, but actually, out of all of those, the 11600K is the star. 6 cores, 12 threads. It overclocks great, and it games fantastically. There's probably a better way to say that, but I didn't go that route. There are some times where the 5600X will beat it, and sometimes where it will beat the 5600X. And because it is 11th gen, you're not giving up on PCIe Gen 4 possibilities down the road, all that kind of stuff. Just depends on the direction we go with these builds. So I've already got the builds ready to go, and we're just gonna take a look at what there is. Now, it does turn out that as rare as it is, iBUYPOWER actually has an 11600KF build in their same-day ready systems. Now, as a reminder, same-day ready systems are already built. You cannot customize them, and because of that, they ship out very quickly. But whatever we see right here, you cannot change. And what we see here is a very good price on this system, $1,500 for an Intel Core i5 11600KF on an ASRock Z590C AC Wi-Fi motherboard, so it has Wi-Fi built in, with an RTX 3060. So that's the one downside here, is that it doesn't have a 3060 Ti, hence the drop in price as well. 16 gigs of DDR4 3200, and a 500 gig M.2 drive for your boot drive where your operating system goes. Plus they throw in a 1 terabyte mechanical hard drive. You can use that for something like a game library. Just know that it will increase your load times and things like that. That shouldn't affect your frame rates once everything is loaded up, but the load times can be not super great. This also has an air cooler rather than a liquid cooler, which for Intel processors, if this is an overclockable Intel processor on a motherboard that can actually do the overclocking. So you'd probably want to go liquid cooled with that just to give you a little bit of thermal overhead where you don't overheat your processor. You get that performance out of it. So that's something that you could upgrade along with the case, which is not high airflow. What you'll want to do with this is something I've suggested many times before on these videos, is you can either just take off the front panel because there is mesh behind it in front of the fans, or migrate to another case. The video is coming. Don't at me. It's coming. This system having a 3060 essentially makes it better for 1080p gaming. It's not to say it can't game at 1440p, but it won't necessarily do it that well without really taking a hit in the graphics settings. So let's fix that. And I gotta say, iBUYPOWER did okay here. You'll see what I mean when we get to the winner of the video. So they're coming in at 2112. Any Rush fans out there? Nice, love it. So I want to have a little chat with iBUYPOWER here. Hi iBUYPOWER. Big fan, and I've covered you guys a ton in my videos, as some people have actually complained in the comments saying that I'm sponsored by you. Wouldn't be adverse to that, but I'm not. And well, you and I know that, right? Anyway, no big deal. You guys need more high airflow cases for your customization options. This is not great. Most of these have solid front panels, not much in the way of intake, ventilation, and the one case that you have, the Lee & Lee LANCool 2 Mesh, is fantastic. I love that you have this case, but it's also pretty pricey, a little pricey. So this sucks, and you should fix that. Still, big fan. So yes, we went with the Lee & Lee LANCool 2 Mesh, one of the best high airflow cases on the market, and it looks awesome. We've seen a lot of our Discord members that got a system from iBUYPOWER wisely went with this case, and they look incredible. Then we added some Deepcool CF120 fans, 120mm. Of course, Intel Core i5 11600KF, there it is. And we went with a 240mm AIO, and you know what? They have a white one now. I kind of wish we'd gone with a white case to do a white build. Now we're going ahead and sticking with this RAM. Man, even the RAM is white. Man, this would make a great white build. You can change the case if you want. And you can change the AIO to the white one if you want. It's like $2 more. Of course, just like last time, we are actually including the links to these systems in the description below. We're not affiliated with any of these companies. We don't make any money off those links. And we didn't want any kind of liability or anything. So I generally haven't linked systems before, but you know what? It's okay. We're gonna go ahead and do that. So if you see a system you like, just check the description to find that. Okay, then we went with the, of course, 3060 Ti. Glad to see there are still no lead times on this card. The 3060 Ti is great for 1080p gaming, and it can do some killer 1440p gaming as well. Just watch out for your settings on some AAA titles. Okay, and then we went with an ASRock Z590C AC Wi-Fi motherboard. I did it on this one because that's what it comes with on the same-day ready system. And a 650 watt NZXT power supply. And here we went with, there's a decent deal on a PCIe Gen 4 M.2 drive that is, yeah, it's $50 off. So now, of course, same as last time and the same as we did with CyberPowerPC, and just because they're such similar companies in what they offer and how they offer it, we went ahead and added on the $19 for the iBUYPOWER Specialized Advanced Packaging System. Very dumb, and yeah, just do it. It helps protect your GPU. So I wanted to, of course, to include NZXT, but they don't have an 11600K, so we're gonna skip them. Build Redux. I had some people asking, why didn't I not include Build Redux in the last System Showdown? And the reason was, Build Redux doesn't let you customize for crap. They just do not, they have like 4 options. And so I couldn't match up the systems that well. Of course, they don't have an 11600K, so they don't qualify for this video. Next is AVADirect. AVADirect did quite good here. However, there's a caveat to that I didn't even realize. I mean, look, I film these, I just talk and I look and I have to just crunch information and make my decisions as I go. I feel like I do better that way. However, in situations like this, not quite the case. But speaking of the case, let's see what case I used. I went ahead and used the 4000D Airflow. It's at a great price on AVADirect right now. Very good price. And I went with the Gigabyte Z590 UD, or ultra durable AC. It's got AC Wi-Fi. It's got great power delivery. And yeah, it's a Z590 motherboard, so it can handle this 11600KF. So remember, there's an F there. That means it does not have built-in graphics, but that's fine because right here we got the EVGA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti XE Gaming LHR. Bam, right there, in stock, no delay on shipping for that. And then for the RAM, we went with some Kingston Fury, 16 gigs at 3200 megahertz CL16. Intel's not as picky when it comes to the frequency of the RAM, and it won't take a dip in performance just because you don't get 3600 megahertz, which can happen with Ryzen 5000 series. One with a 650 watt EVGA GQ 80 plus gold. If I can choose a power supply, I choose 80 plus gold efficiency. Do that. You generally have better internal components in the power supply, and that can speak to the longevity of your power supply. It's just better. So for the AIO, I went for a 240 millimeter AVADirect AIO. Looks a bit familiar, but you know, it's an EK. It's an EK AIO. That's not a bad thing. It's a very good AIO from EK. But yeah, AVADirect 240 millimeter, two 120 millimeter fans, and tons of RGB all over the place. Added 3 RGB fans. And then we went with a Western Digital 1 terabyte black SN750, okay, PCIe Gen 3. And yeah, it did not add storage, but you can do that right here. And there are 64 options for storage, SSD storage even. Yes, so this system comes out to $1,873. However, this is what was pointed out to me last time, and I do have to apologize because I don't generally go past this point. I didn't realize that this does not include an operating system. And some people, understandably, don't want to have to install Windows in their brand new computer when they want it to already just be there. They want that to just already be a thing that is there. I feel you. I would recommend, because look, here's the thing. You can get either the retail key for Windows 10 Home for $137. That means you get it with a USB. You can transfer it to another system. If you build a new system, take this key, use it on that one. Not both at the same time. You're not supposed to do that, but it will work for you. Basically, it binds to your Microsoft account. It doesn't bind to the system. Or you can get an OEM key. An OEM key binds to that system. Meaning if you build another computer and you give this one away, you wipe it off, there's no Windows there anymore, you can't just put that same key on another system. That's how OEM keys work. They're equivalent to the keys that, say, Dell puts on a computer or HP puts on a computer. That's why it's an OEM key. That's what CDKdeals sells for 15 to 20 bucks, depending on what the sale is. So I would suggest just getting a cheap flash drive. You know, if you have a laptop, just load the Windows Media Installer on there and install it yourself. It's designed to walk through the average computer user, walk them through the installation process. You can save a bunch of money. I was also told that their shipping rates are quite high. Now, to be perfectly clear, there's a reason that I don't include taxes and shipping rates, because that's going to vary from company to company, and you're going to pay, you might pay a different shipping cost than I would, being where I am, especially if you're out of the country. So it just doesn't help, and it adds a lot of runtime, and these videos are long enough as it is, and that's why I don't include that. So still a very good showing from AVADirect. I'm quite impressed. Again, still impressed with that. Add 15 bucks to this right here, and you're still under $1,900 before taxes and shipping. I know. So let's move on to the newcomer here, which is Meta PCs. I've had a few comments asking me to include them in these videos, and here we are. Now, I'm okay with their prices. I'm not okay with the lack of customization. They do lock you into very few choices. And here's the thing about doing that. It's supposed to reduce the overhead for having warehouse space and inventory and all of that. And also it's supposed to expedite your build times, which they do say that it averages 1 to 3 weeks. You can see that on the bottom, and Cuddles is gonna zoom in on that right now. Typically ships within 1 to 3 weeks, not bad for custom systems. Although I will say NZXT is saying that their custom gaming PCs will ship in 2 business days. That's ridiculously fast. But still, some sites take 3 to 4 weeks. That's just how that goes. But yeah, look here. So if you choose, you can choose from 3 different types of systems: the Phoenix, the Chimera, and the Griffin. Here we went with the Chimera, the mid-range system, and it gives us 3 case choices: the H510, the H510 Elite, and the Lee & PC 011 Dynamic. Actually, we're gonna go with the H510. That actually made the price better. I don't know why it was on the Elite. It's usually just an option. Yeah, so 3060 Ti, okay. So of course we had the 11600K. Now this is actually the 11600K, not KF. That means this has built-in graphics. So say something happens where your GPU needs to be RMA'd, you need to send it in, or whatever, it's acting funky and you need to work off of integrated graphics. You can actually do that here. So here's what I'm talking about with customization not being good. I mean, you have two motherboards to choose from. This is an Intel system. They have all the motherboards in the world for this. So you either have a cheap one or an expensive one. Z590E is pretty sweet though, not gonna lie. And then your memory. They use 3600 megahertz memory, or they use really cheap 2666 megahertz memory. There is no middle ground. It's 0 to 100. Now we can move away from the 280 millimeter and go to the 240 millimeter AIO, and that matches the other systems better. And power supply is 750 watt. There is no 650 watt, which, I mean, that's overkill for a 3060 Ti. It does have Microsoft Windows, and you can choose to go with Pro if you want the extra security features, but you probably don't need that. And we went with a 1 terabyte M.2 drive. We don't have any more information, whether this is PCIe Gen 3 or 4, but it looks like 3 based on the read-write numbers here. So that's mostly it. It's just all extra stuff now. So looking at this, $2,034, not bad. They beat iBUYPOWER, but not in the category of customization. And that is unfortunate. But still a good showing from Meta PC. One thing though, they weren't around for last week's, so I went ahead and threw together a system for the AMD build from last week, and it came out to $2108, only $9 more than the CyberPowerPC system. That was $2,099. That had the lowest price. This is the 5600X and 3060 Ti. This is more like it. The problem is that CyberPowerPC, they beat everybody on this one. Yeah, that's $1,739 right there. And yeah, it's got all the things that you saw in the other systems. And the reason is they're actually pushing Intel really hard right now. They have $100 instant off on the 11600KF. This came to my attention last week on the Thursday stream when I built an Intel system for someone, and I was able to get them these rad specs for an amazing price. I actually adjusted this one to give it a better motherboard though, the same one that we used in the AVADirect system, which is Gigabyte Z590 ultra durable AC ATX. Now, these do have built-in Wi-Fi. It is AC Wi-Fi though, or not Wi-Fi 6, but if you're gonna be hooking up through Ethernet, it has 2.5 gigabit LAN connection available for those future proofing of your physical connection there. We also went with an insane deal that they have right now. $120 instant off a 1 terabyte Gigabyte Aorus PCIe Gen 4 drive. 5,000 megabyte per second read speed, and 4,400 megabyte per second write speeds. Now that's not the fastest PCIe Gen 4 M.2 drive, but yeah, it's only $23 more than the Western Digital Blue SN550, which for those who know that drive, it is a pretty quick drive. I mean, it's PCIe Gen 3, M.2, NVMe memory and storage, and it's 2,400 megabytes per second. You get to more than double that for 23 bucks. And looking at some of the other things here, we went with another 4000D Airflow Edition case. Again, that only comes with 2 fans, so we added in 3 Fantex RGB fans right here. That was about $34, and they are RGB because, of course, they are. And of course, CyberPowerPC used to be the place I said has the most case options. That is no longer the situation, considering AVADirect and their just sheer flex of having like 230 case options. I know. There is a company that even beats AVADirect when it comes to the selection of cases. And that actually is Artesian Builds. You wouldn't be able to tell by looking at their configurator, but that's because they have some case selections there, but they will literally use any case that you want. Any case in the world, as long as they can acquire it, you can have them build in it. And also the fact that they just manufacture cases of their own there. Now, you will find proprietary cases on some of these sites, but that's a bad thing for them because they generally have zero airflow. Whereas the cases at Artesian Builds are made by, a lot of the guys there are engineers. They know airflow it's important. And before you think to yourself, oh, I couldn't afford Artesian Builds, they're a boutique builder. You remember what I was talking about with last week's video with the 5600X and 3060 Ti combo and how CyberPowerPC had the lowest price at $2,099? Yeah, Artesian Builds beat that when I did that build on their site. So for certain builds, they will beat other prices. Other builds, they'll be a little bit more because prices are fluctuating and they don't buy in as huge quantities in the giant warehouses these companies get. They're more artisanal, artesian, it's in the name. But they can beat some prices or just be a little over or around the same. So don't worry about that. Just let me know if you have any questions about them. DM me in Discord, I will help you out. And now it's time for the comment of the week. Let's go. This goes to James Kreifels. Kreifels? Kreifels? One of those is right, or all of them are wrong, but still you have the comment of the week. I had made a similar build on iBUYPOWER and completely didn't realize that case didn't come with fans. Thanks for the save. Talking about last week's video with the AMD build. And you're welcome for one thing. Thank you for commenting. And you know, that's something to look at because they're not exactly always forthcoming with how many fans actually are included with the case. They'll just say, hey, you want the default fans or you want fancy RGB? And if you're not thinking to yourself that you want to have a, rainbow puke coming out of your system, lighting up the night, that's not for everybody. I like it. You might not. That's okay. But that means you wouldn't go in and add the fans that you actually need to get good airflow. So those are the kinds of things that you want to pay attention to. If a case looks really good to you, just highlight the name, copy it, paste it into Google, and you can actually find out how many fans come with it from the factory. An important note, I appreciate you for commenting, James. Thank you very much. You got the comment of the week, and I hope that you have a great day and week and month. And year, probably life, all of that. I am now going to be doing consultations. I'm in a certain situation where I'm on FMLA and my normal income isn't coming in. So I've had a lot of requests to do individual consultations, and that's something that I'm going to be doing now. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to at first just have you DM me on Discord, let me know that you want to do that, and then we'll do a Discord call. It is easier for me to do it there. That's where I'm going to be doing it for now. If you absolutely cannot do that, we'll talk about it later on. But you can also find my business email in the About tab on the YouTube channel. It's over there somewhere. It's here. But yeah, so the price is going to be Very reasonable considering what I've heard. Some YouTubers charging $200 for 30 minutes. It's ridiculous. It's inaccessible for a lot of people. I want to be able to help anyone who needs it, who's like, I just watched this whole video and I'm still nervous about spending thousands of dollars. That's fine, and I'm here to help. So if you want just a 30-minute quick call, it's $35. If you want to do a full hour, that's $50. It's kind of discounted to go for the full hour. I'm only going to do a few a day because of the situation I'm in, and it's a family thing. So I'll only do a few a day, but it will help me out a lot, and hopefully it'll help you out a lot. So just to let you know ahead of time, though, the payments will go through my Twitch donation tab page. So that would mean you would need a Twitch account to pay for that. But I'm working on a full payment system and a scheduling system, and all of that will be ready very soon. Yeah, just DM me on Discord and we'll work out a time, and I will get you set up with a system on any of these system integrators websites that is focused on your budget and your needs. We'll get you the best we can. Okay? If you want to just go to my Twitch stream and have me help you there, it is a lot less focused because I get very distracted, but I'd love to have you come hang out. The streams are so awesome. I help people one-on-one, one after another. You just go there, type in !join to join the queue. Once we get to you, we'll take our time and get you the right system. That is every Sunday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Central, and that's at twitch.tv/Breathorn. Aside from that, I will see you guys next Sunday for more up-to-date system integrators information. And until then, take care.